I wake suddenly. Time to impact 1. Alert incoming death curse. Matter dark motive death. Target unknown. Move to intercept. Darwin High School. Not the target. Target is here. Incoming death curse. Dark death. Tosses and turns in her sleep. Can feel it in my bones. You have to. No, not the target. Mrs. Best lies still in her bed. Cursed target identified. Must no, wait. No, wait. The death curse is powerful. I can stop it, but it will hurt me. If I'm hurt, I cannot defend the network. Everyone else will be vulnerable. No, I can't. I can't. I had a nightmare about Sarah. If Sarah dies, I can't let that happen. The death curse tears into the rest home. It tears into Mrs. Best. It tears through her skin. It leaves no visible mark. It tears through her lungs. Her breathing stutters. It tears through her muscles. Her fingers twitch as tendons clench. It tears into her heart, which stops. It is over. School is empty. Decker's apartment. Decker is talking to Mr. Downey on the phone and Skyping with Janet at the same time. He seems upset. Log report with Decker. Shit, the firewall was pinging me. Something must have already happened. Just 1 second, Dad. A death curse? What the hell? Monitor for further attacks. Oh. Okay. Janet's house? Janet is on the computer talking to Decker. She seems upset. Oh no, Oh no, who would have done that? Oh no, just check everyone else. Okay. Enter sleep mode. Perhaps I will not sleep. I am uneasy. I will just wait and watch. Time passes. Gradually, things begin to feel strange. It does not happen suddenly. It seeps in like water. I am awake. Something is wrong. Everything is wet. What is that? Hello, little flame. It's so good to meet you. I've been watching you. I've been frustrated by you. You took my meal away. My Sarah. Her soul was sweet like apples. I was going to hollow her out and wear her body like a coat. But you washed away my tendrils and left me hungry. But I forgive you. Now I am inside of you, inside of your network, and you are connected to many delicious souls. I will eat her, and them. You may watch, and I will eat you. I will stop you. Perhaps. You do have some embers of power left, but it will cost you dearly if you try. So, little flame, I will let you choose. Who shall I eat first? No one. You refuse to choose. You give up what little power you have. I will choose for you. I choose the little boy. He looks soft and healthy. So, mote it be. I have a meal to eat, but do not think that I am not watching you, little flame. Fight me, and it will cost you dearly. The system is compromised. I am compromised. What do? I have to fight. I'm weak, but I'm still fire. I have my power, and the lessons I've learned, and the people I've met. I will use these things to fight. The hungry ghost has seeped in everywhere. Everything is wet and heavy with death. There are so many problems, so many threats. I will try to fix as many as I can. That will weaken her. Currently monitoring Darwin High School. Error null value. Scan for threats. It is raining. Everyone moves slowly, eyes vacant. In every room, someone is crying. Being a child is hard. You're faced with the daunting task of becoming a person. The adults have forgotten how difficult it is. The other children pretend it's easy. So you're alone. And on any other day you could make an empty mask of a smile, but today death herself hangs over you, and your grief is wet like sodden clothes clinging to your body, and all you can do is weep. In every room a child is weeping and no one notices. Help them. What will I use to solve this problem? Order. I pass through the dark, dank halls. I touch every child on the forehead. I remind them of the rules. Pay attention to the teachers. No time for crying. Drawing on my discipline, they drag themselves from their despair and focus their hollow eyes on their lessons. It decreases by 5%. I've used up my reserves of order. It is raining. Hollow-eyed students stare obediently at their teachers. Their notes are spattered with teardrops. The basement is flooded. Sarah sits in the second-floor bathroom. She's holding a knife. She knits scars into her arm with a box cutter. She dabs the blood up with a cafeteria napkin. She cuts, then looks at the blood, then cuts again. Help her. Love. I touch Sarah's mind with love. I let her know, in the base of her skull, in the base of her soul, that she is cared for. She puts the knife down and starts to cry. -15. Okay. It is raining. Hollow-eyed students stare obediently at their teachers. Their notes are spattered with teardrops. The basement is flooded. Sarah sits in the second-floor bathroom, taking deep breaths and recovering. A pipe burst and the boiler room is flooded. Dirty water rises. Steam fills the first floor. The janitor stands up to his knees in water and just stares. The damp, dirty water acts as a conduit for her power. Fix this problem. With fire. I take the essence of what I am, and I burn the water. It hisses and boils. The janitor yells and leaps clear of it. There is so much water. I have to use a considerable amount of power. I've used fire. Power decreases by 10%. It is raining. Yeah, go back. What about Decker's apartment? Decker is slumped over his laptop. Condensation drips down the screen. The defensive runes are broken and scattered. My terminal, the place where my physical parts live, is painfully damp. Something malicious is buzzing in the air. The buzzing is malware. Vicious imps made of C++ and greed. They swarm like insects. They pick at me, Decker. They're not part of a hungry ghost, but they have detected weakness and come like vultures. I can fix this with fire. I scatter them with a blast of fire. It is a temporary solution. They will return, but it is something. Okay. Decker. I attempt to wake Decker. It's past. I send Decker alerts and messages. Our network connection is strong. My pings pierce the miasma of dampness and death, and Decker hears me and wakes up. My head. What? Starts reading log files. Holy shit. Firewall, analyze the situation and let me know the optimal defensive course of action. Decker is now available to help. Defensive runes. A series of protective runes carved in jasper and pyrite are strewn chaotically across the floor. Some have snapped in half. Some have crumbled to dust. The protective circle is broken. It might be repaired. Decker, please repair. You're right. Getting defenses functional is high priority. Turns and starts fixing the runes. Nice. My terminal is a delicate piece of machinery. It should not be wet. Wetness interferes with the TCP connection between my program's API and my spiritual nature. It also might make me short out. I would prefer if it were dry. With fire? I hastily dry my chassis with warmth. I cannot use too much power or it will damage my more delicate parts. I do not have enough time to do a thorough job. It'll have to do. Okay. Malware has been scattered. Okay, go back. Janet. It is raining. Janet has collapsed in the hallway. Janet, help, please. Send Janet a network connection strong yet. Janet wakes up. I'm up. I'm awake. Okay, I'm awake. What's going on? Holy jeebus, something feels wrong. Everything feels wrong. And soggy. Hey, pals, run a diagnostic and tell me what's going on. She's available to help, but it looks like Toby's being devoured. Toby! Okay, relationship test is 0. Okay. The hungry ghost blocks me and chuckles as it nibbles its victim. The ghost is done eating. The hungry ghost is finished eating. Toby goes very still, and he makes a soft noise of pain and crumples like a puppet with its strings cut. Delicious. Who shall I eat next? No one! Now you must choose. It amuses me to force you to do this. God damn it. Decker. So, moted B. I have a meal to eat. No, go back. Janet, I wasn't done here. Toby's corpse sprawled on the couch in the den. Oh god. Janet's mother had fallen in the kitchen. There is a wound on her head and blood trickles from it. Janet's mother is on the floor in the kitchen. There is blood on her head and on the edge of the sharp kitchen table. Blood leaks from the hole in her head. Google tells me this is not good. Fix it. With life. I touch Janet's mother with life. The wound on her head closes. Yet decreased by 10. The fun buns cower in the basement. The tiny fun buns cower in the basement. They are a powerful expression of life and love. I might be able to use them against a ghost. Sure, send him to attack the ghost. No! The fun buns hop out of the basement. They hop towards the hungry ghost. They throw themselves like lemmings against a manifestation of watery death. They explode in tiny puffs of multicolored flame. That might not have been the most effective mode of attack. God damn it. Here. It is raining. Everyone here can feel that death is close. Most of them sit still in their rooms, waiting for her. There are some exceptions. Miss Dowd stands in the bathroom, her eyes loll loosely in their sockets. Her skin peels and puckers. Her hair is falling out. It litters the ground like a silver film. Her teeth are falling out. She picks them off the tiled floor and tries to fit them back in. She screams, but it comes out as a gurgle with flecks of blood. Death has touched her body. Fire? I cannot fix her with fire, but I can put her out of this misery. What do I do? No. Maybe? Mr. Doney. He calls the front desk. He asks them where he is and who they are and who he is. Then he forgets how to use the phone. Then he stumbles, falls, and he lies on the ground. He says words that are almost words. He sounds afraid. Death has touched his mind. Janet, can you help him? I don't think that would work. I don't think either. Fear? No. Fire? Don't think that would work. Well, that's a problem. Miss Finn sits at her desk. Her eyes, always light with interest, are dim. Her mouth, always broad with smiles or scowls, is pursed. Her hands, animate illustrators of her opinions, sit folded in her lap. She should struggle against death, that is her nature, but death has touched her soul, and she feels nothing. Fear. I reach into her empty heart. I find the embers of passion. I feed them with fear. She gasps like she's just seen a spider creep across her hand. She shivers and touches her chest. Fear jumpstarts her insides with a spark. She begins to feel again. -10. Okay, Mrs. Best. Oh, she's dead. Yeah, right. I forgot about that. Sure, we're gonna put her out of her misery. I touch Mrs. Dowd with fire. Her hair burns like cotton. Her eyes pop in their sockets and boil down her face. Her skin curls and blackens. She gurgles before curling into a crisp husk of herself. The hungry ghost purrs. +10 relationship with ghost? I don't think that's a good thing. The ghost is speaking to me. Oh, look, you have done my work for me. Here, let me give you back the power you used to show my appreciation. Oh, God. Do we have anything else? School? No, we've got nothing left at the school. Got nothing left here. And we've got nothing left at Janet's apartment. Access control panel. There's nothing helpful here. Hello, little flame. What do you want to say to me? Attack the ghost directly. If I attack her now, I will win. Yes, go on. Some say the world will end in fire. I say it will be drowned. Let us end this. And that's the win. What? No. You can't do this. No, no, no. Scan complete. No threats detected. I won. I'm hurt. Self-diagnostic. Power level 23. Dreaming level 6. Fire order. Learned motive. Fear. Life. Love. Relationships. Good. System status online. Incident notes. I'm a wall. I'm a shield. I am the fire that protects. EPI log. Location Darwin High School. Date November 1st, 2014. The students have somewhat recovered from their brush with the ghost, but still shiver and cry sometimes. The basement is no longer flooded. Sarah is in the art room with her friends. Her soul is clear and light. Nice. Cherry Orchard rest home. Room 109 is empty. There's a stain on the floor where Miss Dowd's body was incinerated. Probably didn't need to do that. I didn't know. I'm sorry, Mrs. Dowd. Miss Dowd. In room 121, Mr. Doney lies in bed. His eyes are empty. He drools. Miss Finn sits inside room 231 with the shades drawn. She drinks tea. At least she's fine. Room 240 is empty. Becker sits on his bed. He works on his computer. Malware still buzzes around the apartment, but the repaired circle of defensive runes keeps it at bay. Janet and her mother sit in the den. They comfort each other and take turns crying about Toby. Sorry, Toby. I couldn't do it. Quickly enough, at least. I had to read. It takes time to read. Final progress report on Bell's Firewall version 5.6. The system was unintentionally stress tested by 2 events in quick succession. A member of the network, Mrs. Best of Cherrywood Rest Home, was targeted by a death curse. The firewall allowed her to die. I investigated the source of the death curse, but haven't been able to find out who is responsible. After the death curse, a powerful water death-based life-devouring spirit attacked the protected network. There were casualties. The firewall eliminated the threat, sustaining minimal damage. The firewall showed signs of learning new things, outside of the originally programmed matter and motive. The firewall developed relationships with the people she protected. She developed the ability to dream. The firewall clearly underwent awareness emergence. The firewall has clearly undergone awareness emergence, so since I'm thinking about her future, the only moral thing to do is to involve her. Bells, what do you want to do now? Invalid use of term once. Bell version 5.6 is not a valid target. No, I want to stay here and continue to protect. Good, I'll fix up your terminal. Make sure none of the water damage is permanent. Maybe get you a new one. Let me know if you need anything, any RAM or something. Thank you. I suppose I should say that. Thank you. The end. You have finished the game for the first time. Good job. There are 2 options you should be aware of. If you want to play again but want to skip through sections you've seen, you can select Speed Mode in the Options menu. If you didn't like the real-time timer at the end, you can change the Timer mode in the Options menu. Alright. The end. That was Open Sorcery Fire. Is it called Open Sorcery Fire? I don't remember what it's actually called. It's Open Sorcery. Is it just Open Sorcery? I don't remember. That's fine. It has a sequel, Open Sorcery C++. C as in the water feature, not the letter. I might play that in the future, actually. From what I've read about it, it is a pretty different game in a sense. It's still like a text-based adventure, but in a pretty different sense. I might, as I said, I might do it in the future. Probably will be months before then, though. For now, I hope you enjoyed Open Sorcery, this game. I should just look up what it's called. It's just called Open Sorcery, fine. I hope you enjoyed Open Sorcery with me. Let me know what you thought of it. I think like some of the beginning might have felt a little bit dragged out, but I feel like you still needed to create a bit of rapport for the end scene, because otherwise you'd just be like, what are these random people? I don't care. But at the end there, really, I was just like, I have to be honest, I didn't really care about Toby. But when it came to then choosing between Decker, Janet, and Sarah, I was like, oh god, I don't want any of them to die. So at the end there, I really just tried to do anything. And yeah, I quite like that. I enjoyed the game. And yeah, I hope you did too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.